Consumer Price Index, August 2022. Transmission of material in this release is embargoed until 8:30 a.m. Eastern. Tuesday, September 13, 2022. The Consumer Price Index for all urban consumers, CPI-U, rose 0.1% in August on a seasonally adjusted basis after being unchanged in July, the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics reported today. Over the last 12 months, the All Items Index increased 8.3% before seasonal adjustment. Increases in the shelter, food, and medical care indexes were the largest of many contributors to the broad-based monthly All Items increase. These increases were mostly offset by a 10.6% decline in the gasoline index. The food index continued to rise, increasing 0.8% over the month as the food at home index rose 0.7%. The energy index fell 5.0% over the month as the gasoline index declined, but the electricity and natural gas indexes increased. The index for all items less food and energy rose 0.6% in August, a larger increase than in July. The indexes for shelter, medical care, household furnishings and operations, new vehicles, motor vehicle insurance, and education were among those that increased over the month. There were some indexes that declined in August, including those for airline fares, communication, and used cars and trucks. The All Items Index increased 8.3% for the 12 months ending August, a smaller figure than the 8.5% increase for the period ending July. The All Items Less Food and Energy Index rose 6.3% over the last 12 months. The Energy Index increased 23.8% for the 12 months ending August, a smaller increase than the 32.9% increase for the period ending July. The Food Index increased 11.4% over the last year, the largest 12-month increase since the period ending May 1979. Chart 1. 1-month percent change in CPI for all urban consumers, CPI-U, seasonally adjusted, August 2021 to August 2022. Chart 2. 12-month percent change in CPI for all urban consumers, CPI-U, not seasonally adjusted, August 2021 to August 2022. Table A. Percent changes in CPI for all urban consumers, CPI-U, U.S. city average. Food. The food index increased 0.8% in August, the smallest monthly increase in that index since December 2021. The food at home index rose 0.7% in August as all 6 major grocery store food group indexes increased. The index for other food at home rose 1.1%, while the index for cereals and bakery products rose 1.2% over the month. The meats, poultry, fish and eggs index, the fruits and vegetables index, and the non-alcoholic beverages index all increased 0.5% in August. The index for dairy and related products increased 0.3% over the month, the smallest increase in that index since November 2021. The food away from home index rose 0.9% in August after rising 0.7% in July. The index for full-service meals increased 0.8% and the index for limited service meals increased 0.7% over the month. The food at home index rose 13.5% over the last 12 months, the largest 12-month increase since the period ending March 1979. The index for other food at home rose 16.7% and the index for cereals and bakery products increased 16.4% over the year. The remaining major grocery store food groups posted increases ranging from 9.4%, fruits and vegetables, to 16.2%, dairy and related products. The index for food away from home rose 8.0% over the last year. The index for full-service meals rose 9.0% over the last 12 months, and the index for limited service meals rose 7.2% over the last year. Energy. The energy index fell 5.0% in August after declining 4.6% in July. The gasoline index fell 10.6% over the month following a 7.7% decrease in July. Before seasonal adjustment, gasoline prices fell 12.2% in August. However, the electricity index increased in August, rising 1.5%, its 4th consecutive monthly increase of at least 1.3%. The index for natural gas also increased over the month, rising 3.5% after declining 3.6% in July. The energy index rose 23.8% over the past 12 months. The gasoline index increased 25.6% over the span and the fuel oil index rose 68.8%. The index for electricity rose 15.8%, the largest 12-month increase since the period ending August 1981. The index for natural gas increased 33.0% over the last 12 months. All items less food and energy. The index for all items less food and energy rose 0.6% in August after increasing 0.3% in July. The shelter index continued to rise, increasing 0.7% in August compared to 0.5% in July. The rent index rose 0.7% in August, as did the owner's equivalent rent index. The index for lodging away from home rose 0.1% over the month after declining in June and July. The medical care index rose 0.7% in August after rising 0.4% in July as major medical care component indexes continued to increase. The index for hospital services increased 0.7% over the month, while the index for prescription drugs increased 0.4%. The index for physician services rose 0.2% in August. The index for household furnishings and operations continued to rise, increasing 1.0% in August after rising 0.6% in July. The new vehicles index increased 0.8% over the month, and the motor vehicle insurance index rose 1.3% in August. Other indexes that increased in August include personal care, plus 0.6%, education, plus 0.5%, recreation, plus 0.2%, and apparel, plus 0.2%. The index for airline fares continued to decline in August, decreasing 4.6% after falling 7.8% in July. The communication index fell 0.2% in August following a 0.4% decline in July. The index for used cars and trucks also declined over the month, falling 0.1%. The index for all items less food and energy rose 6.3% over the past 12 months, a larger increase than the 5.9% increase for the 12 months ending in July. The shelter index rose 6.2% over the last year, accounting for about 40% of the total increase in all items less food and energy. Other indexes with notable increases over the last year include household furnishings and operations, plus 9.9%, medical care, plus 5.4%, new vehicles, plus 10.1%, and used cars and trucks, plus 7.8%. Not seasonally adjusted CPI measures. The Consumer Price Index for all urban consumers, CPI-U, increased 8.3% over the last 12 months to an index level of 296.171, 1982-84 equals 100. For the month, the index was unchanged prior to seasonal adjustment. The Consumer Price Index for urban wage earners and clerical workers, CPI-W, increased 8.7% over the last 12 months to an index level of 291.629, 1982-84 equals 100. For the month, the index declined 0.2% prior to seasonal adjustment. The Chained Consumer Price Index for all urban consumers, CPI-U, increased 8.0% over the last 12 months. For the month, the index increased 0.1% on a not seasonally adjusted basis. Please note that the indexes for the past 10 to 12 months are subject to revision. The Consumer Price Index for September 2022 is scheduled to be released on Thursday, October 13, 2022, at 8:30 a.m. Eastern.